Can you just put the
All right, we in the building. We in the building. Kandid Konvos live after hours. After hours. So we got some ladies on deck tonight. We got Chloe on deck. We got Nicole on deck. Say what's up to the peoples in the after hours, ladies.
what's up? Welcome.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, like I said, we've been doing some after hours shows, trying to get the vibe. We're gonna get it pop. We're gonna get it pop. All right. So we got a little quick one we gonna review tonight. We're gonna get y'all opinions, y'all perspectives on this topic. And yeah, I don't know. Drop a comment, let's say, and let us know what you think. Let us know what you think. Like I said, shout out to my YouTube family out there. All right. So the topic for tonight that we're gonna take a little review of is men are scared of love. Men are scared of love. Okay, we're about to find out. So yeah, we're gonna drop this little video and then get on into this conversation. So let me drop this music so we can hear the young lady breaking it down for us. Let's see. All right, see what we got.
Good question. Thank you so much for your time. When a man realizes you have power over him, because let's face it, when he starts to fall in love with you, you have power over him. It freaks them out. They might not know that it's freaking them out, but it freaks them out, especially if they were raised by a single mother. Those men have a problem with being inferior to a woman because their whole life it was woman, 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 woman. A lot of times they didn't have a good, positive, strong, masculine man in their life. So now as they grow up, they feel like they have to undo that by being the man, right? So they're mean to the person that they love the most, or they're self-sabotaging, or they treat them like she's the enemy. It's a whole bunch of trauma. The only way to solve this is to find somebody else to love or recommend therapy. If he's not willing to do therapy of some sort, there's different types, then he's not willing to grow from the mindset that he's been locked in and jailed by for so long. That is not your problem if he's not willing to help himself fix his problem so that you can love him properly. Men are scared of good, nurturing love because a lot of them didn't have it.
Let me do this real fast so we can go and get this started right.
Stop the cap.
I mean, I just want to know who is her sources? Like, is she a licensed therapist? I don't know anything about this woman, so I don't know. She could be, I don't know. Is she a licensed therapist? Who is her sources? Is she getting this information from men? Has she talked to men who have told her, yes, when we get scared, this is how we react. This is the reason why. Or is this just another, social media expert that has had a string of bad relationships? Or maybe she's struck gold and she's in a good relationship. So now she feels like she can tell everybody else about theirs with no receipts.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being honest because there's so many talking points and so many talking heads. Even us, we're on a show, right? Like, you got to have some kind of credentials. Like, I need to see some proof case. Like, where did you get this from? Where is this coming from? Your life experience, your own testimony? Like, where is this coming from? Has somebody sat on the couch across from you and told you this? Like, I'm trying to understand where this is coming from. Because who told her that men are scared of nurturing women, nurturing, loving women? If he's never had nurturing, loving female relationships or didn't have that with his mother, then don't you think he'd be seeking that out in the women that he entertained? It seemed like he would be seeking that because he's never had that, not the opposite.
Right.
So it's giving BS.
What are you saying? It's giving cap.
Stop the cap.
Like I don't see that. For me, like it doesn't, something about it doesn't add up. Um, it's, to me, it's really coming from a place of bitterness. I don't know why I'm picking up on bitterness. Almost like the way she's like, and the drama, and men are just, and they're scared of nurturing women, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, where do you come up with this stuff? I mean, no,
Yeah.
honestly, when's the last time as women that we've gotten on these shows analyzing the male psyche and the male behavior, but we've actually asked? When's the last time has a woman actually asked a man how he feels?
Mm.
When a woman actually asked a man what his issues are in relationships? When's the last time a woman actually asked a man what he wants? We don't do that. Instead, we tell men what they want. We tell men what they like. We tell men that they're scared of us. I mean, I think it's just crazy.
No, I agree with you. Let me go down here to Nicole. Nicole, what you think about that video? Was old girl spitting facts, or was she capping? What you think?
I mean, I definitely had the same questions, like, where's her source? I think I could analyze it more if she said, like, this is from my experience. I think that men are afraid for this reason. But she didn't say that. And I think at this point, I'm over the generalizations. Like, it's so much of that going on. You cannot generalize a whole, like, the opposite sex. Like,
That's true.
it's not what we're doing.
No, that's true. That's true. I agree with that. Yeah, as y'all see, I had to loosen my tie up for this one. I had to loosen my
What
tie up.
happened?
This my thing. This my thing. I'm starting to think that ladies get off on this stuff. Yeah, but what I mean by that is I hear or I see so many videos where ladies are talking about men being intimidated. Men are intimidated by successful women and men being scared to love and all of these things. And what it's really starting to tell me is we have a major disconnect. And I'm starting to come to the realization, or I've come to the realization that I don't think a lot of ladies really understand men at all. Yeah, let me just say this, just speaking on behalf of the fellas. There's nothing that a woman can do that is going to have a man, and I'm talking, I'm not talking about no whack dudes. I'm always talking about real men out here. There's nothing that a woman can do that's gonna have a man intimidated. So let's just go ahead and lay that out. Yeah, we got to stop trying to push that narrative. The second thing is I definitely, from my perspective, do not think men are scared of love. I don't think that at all. And the reason I say that is because one of the main things that men ask for, especially in this current day, is peace. They're always asking for peace. When they ask men, what do y'all want? What y'all looking for? One of the top 3 things that men will say is they are looking for peace.
So do you think that the woman is not understanding how a man loves then?
That's part of it. That's part of it, because men and women do not love the same way. Yeah, men and male and female love does not look the same way. And that's why I was going down the road of men asking for peace. See, one of the reasons why men ask for peace, because one of the components of a woman providing a man peace is love. If these men go out in this world every day, work these jobs that they don't like, work all these hours that they don't want to work because they know they got to come back and provide. If it just be for a wife, somebody he's in a relationship with, if it be for kids and so forth. But he knows he got to go out here and do what he got to do to provide for this family or whoever this household is attached to. But once he does all that, and he goes and gets beat up for the day, he wants to come back to a peaceful situation and also knowing that he is loved by the people that are there. So for us to go out here and say that these men are scared of love, that's cap.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, so that's, like I said, that's one of the problems that I see. We have a lot of ladies out here doing these videos and they want to speak for these men. But to Chloe's point, how often do you ask the men what they think? How often do you ask the men, are they scared of love? How often, do you ask the men, are they intimidated? And 9 times out of 10, the reason why you don't ask is because the answer is going to contradict what you're saying. So let's just keep it a buck, because it's always easier to go off assumptions than to go off facts. So yeah, that's where I'm at with this young lady's video. But let me ask you this. She made a point, and she talked about the fact that when a man falls in love with a woman, she now has the power. So as ladies, do y'all agree with that? Do y'all agree if the man falls in love with the woman that she now has the power?
I don't think a woman has any more power over a man once he falls in love with her than he has over her when she falls in love with him. It's the same thing. Like, I hate the way she
it's unequal. I ain't gonna lie. I think the man has more power, honestly.
Exactly, because
I don't think the woman has like any power at all.
We are emotional. Yeah, because we're emotional. Like, we're definitely more emotional than men are, right? So that means that, having sex with a man for us just is different than when a man is having sex with a woman. The feelings are different. The situation is different. That's why some men can skip from woman to woman and not ever feel anything. And women, we say we don't, but really we do. There's an emotional connection that happens every time, and we can try to deny that. So to say that the woman somehow has power over this man the minute he falls in love with her is in a way to say that he also doesn't have power over her. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
The only thing I can think of is not necessarily power, but I would say the man might be more accommodating at that point. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that really only happens if he actually really likes her. Otherwise, it's not happening.
Right, but I mean, of course.
That's all I get from that.
But that's not power. I hate that it always
comes back. That.
I hate that it always comes back to this power dynamic, right? It seems like a lot of modern women are very obsessed with power and control. A lot of modern women are obsessed with power and control. So in the relationship dynamic, it always has to be about who's in control, who has more power over the other one, who can make the decisions. You can't tell me to do this. I do what I want. This is the main reason why women are walking around and saying they don't need a man. Power dynamic. And this is what we're seeing a lot of. So for her to position it that way, like, oh, the minute a man falls in love with a woman, she has power over him. Right there, right then and there. I mean, this is why dudes is out here, and I hate to say it, but ladies, y'all making it hard for yourself. This is why dudes just get what he gonna get from y'all and keep moving. Because y'all out here operating off of power dynamics, worrying about who's in control and who has power over the other person. That person definitely, you can claim that person. You can claim that person when you're in a committed relationship, really when you're married. You can claim that person. That person does belong to you in a sense, right? Because he chose you, you chose him back. But to sit up here and say that you have power over this man when that's not even the right dynamic for you to even be, executing. right? Because if you want this man to protect and provide, then he's the leader, he's the authority. So even you thinking I have power over this man is the wrong dynamic anyway. You went into the relationship wrong. So maybe it's not that he's scared of love, right? Maybe he's scared of being vulnerable around you because he don't trust you. He can't trust you with that.
Yeah,
Maybe he's
that's
scared.
it.
Yeah, maybe he's scared of actually giving himself to you, like in a relationship, because he's worried about what you're gonna try to do with that. A lot of men that don't want to get married these days, it's not because they don't like marriage. It's not because they don't want a family or don't want a wife. They don't want the manipulation that they're seeing in some of these women. They don't want to be taken to the cleaners when the woman decides she's bored and ready to move on. That's
It's
the part. That's the part they scared of. Not the love.
It's a lot of that going on. Like,
so I got a question now. Since we're talking about this power and this control, let me ask this question. Let me just go and be blunt. Don't ladies want to be controlled?
by the right one or led. I feel like led is a nicer word. Control sounds so negative.
Interesting.
But it's
Control
only
does sound. It has. You know, control has a negative connotation to it. It does.
But that doesn't make it any less true, right? So yes,
True.
Unfortunately, we have given control a negative connotation. But it's so funny, and I'm not speaking about Unico, but it's so funny how this whole dynamic only exists in a relationship. We go to work every day and work for the nastiest boss ever. And that boss will be controlling and will lord their power and authority over us. But because we're getting a check and we understand we're adults and we have responsibilities, we'll go to that job every day, right? But then the minute we're in a relationship and this man is loving us and has married us and has settled us down and wants to be with us and is committed to us, and we mention the word control, we get all nervous. We don't like it. But we'll accept it from this complete stranger who cares nothing about us. But then we're talking about a relationship dynamic where this is the person that we've chosen to spend the rest of our lives with, or that we want to spend the rest of our lives with. And the idea of them having some type of control over us, we don't like it. Then we're, oh, not that word, oh, that. And it's just crazy to me because I think as women, we have to really examine where that's coming from. What is it in us or in our mindset that's keeping us from understanding that in order for us to truly be happy, really happy in our relationships, like really fulfilled and satisfied and content in our relationships, that we have to surrender. We have to surrender all of that trust issue. We have to surrender all of this need to dominate and control. We have to surrender the fact that this man is going to have say-so in our lives. We have to surrender the fact that we will not make every single decision independently. We have to surrender that. The part that's keeping us unhappy is the fact that we don't want to surrender.
And I don't think it's that the women don't want to surrender. Honestly, I think they don't know who to surrender to.
Well, yeah, no, that's
I mean, I think a good place to start is to not be looking at every man like they scared of love.
Well, that's but that's the thing. She like that. I mean, that's layers to that, right? With her, like that's. Chloe, look at your eyes.
I'm just saying.
I'm just over here like
she got layers. She got some layers, but I guess thinking about it in that sense, it's like maybe she don't know who to surrender to. But
so let me say this: have the ladies ever considered that because they don't want to surrender, then that's gonna make it hard for them to find the right man?
I mean, I feel like if you do some deep reflection and soul searching, you come to that conclusion, but it ain't easy. I don't think it's an easy conclusion to get to, depending on the layers. I'm just saying.
I'm just trying to get y'all to keep it a buck. Because I said even when we was touching, I believe, I'm just saying, even when we was touching that topic of that control, I still think it's some cap in that thing. I think y'all wanna. I think what it is y'all wanna pick and choose when y'all want the man to control the situation.
Yeah,
that's what I think it is.
I think at the heart of it, it's a lot of trust issues and understanding that yes, you have to give up total control. Like that's a lot. You're trusting a single man with your life, and that his decisions are being, depending on the person, but in my case, correctly led by God. So that's a lot. That's a lot.
I understand.
That's a lot.
I think that's why you have to do the work. I think as women, you have to do the work prior to being a man. Like,
I agree.
You have to do that part, right? Just that part, because that's the part that you have to do separate of him. You have to do the preparation work to prepare your heart, to prepare your mind for the reality of having another person coming in and want to have say so, want to, exercise authority, like you have to prepare yourself for what that will look like and for what that will feel like. Because if you don't prepare yourself, you can't turn around and say, oh, I want this, I want a man, I want this life. And then, maybe a man does come around and he's like, okay, I'm interested, but you're not in a surrendered mindset. So I'm going to be honest with you. He might just go ahead on and leave. He might go on to the next because he can tell that it's going to be a struggle for you. It's going to be a challenge for you. And he has to decide, does he want to navigate that? Or should he just go, pick somebody else? I mean, that's just honest. Like, and women can't feel no type of way about it because y'all out here being just as cavalier and being just as, hard and callous about men. The men ain't presenting whatever it is you're looking for. You move right along to the next. So you can't be mad at a man if, a man come around and he's like, okay, I like you, you cool, but, I can tell, like, you holding back. Like, I can't really get to you like I want to. So I think that's the problem. Maybe a man is, a lot of y'all analyzing, doing an autopsy on these relationships, right? And trying to look for the reason why it didn't work out. And you keep pointing the finger at him, but it's two pointing back at you. Because he wasn't scared to love you. You wouldn't let him.
You
wouldn't let him love you. Because you was too busy trying to control everything. You was too busy second guessing everything he did, like saying him sending you a spa package was love bombing. And he was just trying to show you he was interested. He was just trying to be nice. He was just trying to do a romantic gesture. But you over here over analyzing every single thing that this man do or say because of your own insecurity, not you, Nicole, because of your own insecurities and because of your own issues. So everything that this man does now is being ran through your broken, traumatic filter. And that's why it's coming off as fear. It's not his fear, baby girl, it's yours.
Yep. No, that's real. That's real. Well, man, like I said, I know we try to keep these short and sweet. You want to say anything additional, Nicole? I said on this before we get up out of here. We're gonna keep it short.
I would definitely say like as Chloe said, I think the woman definitely has to do the work. And I think through that, then she can best identify what men she should surrender to.
Right.
That's real. I like that. Okay, there it is. Chloe, you want to say anything before we get out of here tonight?
No, just ladies, I just would like to see ladies be a little bit more honest with themselves. Be more honest with yourself, baby. If the common denominator is you and all of your failed relationships, it might be time to do some self and analysis. Do some self analysis. It might be time for you to do some self analysis. Like if you're the common denominator in those relationships, you gotta do it. You have to do it because we all have things to work on. So you have to do it, or else you'll just keep continuing to make the same poor choices, and then wanting to blame everybody else around you.
Right. Okay. No, that makes sense. Well, I'll just say this real quick before we get out of here. Just my tip for the ladies. Ladies, let that man control you a little bit. The reason I'm saying that is because I wonder how many ladies have actually let a man control them and just set back.
Now, you can't say that without an example. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just saying. I wonder how many ladies have actually done that, because I know a lot of ladies they bucking. Yeah, the man is trying to lay the situation out and get it together, and she fighting it because she don't want to give up this control. But I wonder how freeing and liberating that might be if she was just to let that man do what he do and just ride. I wonder. So yeah, I'm just gonna give that advice to the ladies. Yeah, maybe give it a shot. Let that man control you, and just go for the ride and see how it go. You never know. You might enjoy it better than what's going on now. And I'm gonna say this, and then we up out of here for the night. No more narrative of these men are scared to love. Let that go. Yep, let that go. The other thing, these men are definitely not intimidated. Yeah, let's keep it a buck. Yeah, when the ladies got this money, let's keep it a buck. You ain't about to be spending all that money on no man. Let's just be real about it. Yep, so do the math. Why would that man be intimidated by what you got, how much money you've acquired, if you ain't even about to be spending that money on him anyway? So let's just think about that, really. How intimidated would he be?
I ain't gonna say what I'm spending my money on. That's another show.
Oh man. But yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick. We're gonna get on up out of here. So this is Kandid Konvos After Hours. Like I said, we got Chloe on deck, Nicole on deck. So like I said, we do these shows periodically just to kick it with y'all. We go live on YouTube, give a little something special to our YouTube gang out there. We appreciate y'all supporting us. Like I said, all of our subscribers that's been rocking with us, man. Our subscribers have been blowing up. So shout out to y'all for supporting us over on YouTube. But man, we're gonna get on up out of here. Like I said, we will see you guys in the next After Hours. And let's say if there's anything you guys ever want us to discuss, ever want us to react to, definitely shoot us a message, and we will definitely do that. But I said, with that being said, everybody.